Hi everyone, it's Stacy from PeonyLaneDesigns.com. Have you subscribed to the channel yet? If not, click the little blue button. We're going to Dollar Tree Halloween craft today. Don't forget to click the subscribe button, comment down below, like this video, and click the bell icon to be notified. I'm very excited. So all of us know the Dollar Tree faux pumpkins. They come in bright orange. I don't know why this year they're packaging them in all this extra waste, but they are. They come in bright orange. I didn't like the bright orange, so I painted mine in magic gray. So if you're new here and you're only watching this because you saw it somewhere and you had to see it, whatever. This is a color that I've mixed up myself. There is a recipe for it on my blog, PeonyLaneDesigns.com. So that can get this exact same color. By the way, anything you paint in this color sells like magic. That's why we call it magic gray. But you could use any gray you want. I didn't cover the whole thing. Obviously, you can still see some orange come through. I wanted to base coat it mainly because I'm going to decoupage over the top of it. And I didn't want bright orange popping through any of the white on the pieces that I'm putting over the top. This is a 100% Dollar Tree craft. So, $1.25. I'm going to be decoupaging fabric on the top. This fabric on the top. Dollar Tree sells these little rolls of fabric for $1.25. This was one of the patterns that they had. This was another one. They had a couple other colors. They had oranges and purple, like different patterns. I liked the black and white, so that's why I'm going with black and white. I do wish I had mixed a little orange in, but I didn't. So we're going to not dwell on it, and I'm not going back to the store. So at this point, we're at $2.50. I am going to use decoupage glue. Use any brand you'd like. They do sell a brand at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. Use that. Use that brush that they have there. Doesn't take much. This is not rocket science, right? So this is a easy peasy craft. The hardest part is cutting the fabric to make the best use of our pattern. So you can see it's got spiders. I don't love spiders. And bats on there and potions and all that really good stuff here. And I'm going to be cutting strips and decoupaging it all over my pumpkin. I think what I want to do is cut the strips and then pull the edges so I have a little bit of a tattered look to this. In my mind, it looks good. I don't know how it'll come out in real life, but in my head, this is going to look great. It's going to be great. But, you know, for a few bucks, it's a fun little project that you can do with your kids. You can do this, you know, at the senior center. You can do this with people who might be developmentally challenged. It's not a hard project. The hardest thing is obviously base coating the pumpkins. And they do sell these in white and black this year. Mine did not have them in the white and black, but I've heard that they're out there. So you could have gotten a black pumpkin and just gone to town. I'm going to get my decoupage glue and get ready. And then we're going to cut some strips here and start decoupaging the cute little pumpkins. You could do this with paper, napkins, anything that you can decoupage onto a pumpkin and get whatever look you're going for. I am just going to do the fabric one because I saw it in my brain and I went, that's what I'm doing. I don't understand people whose brains don't talk to them. Like, apparently there are people who can actually sit quietly. I mean, who knew? I'm going to cut that and then grip. Because as I said, I wanted like a torn finish. These are not my fabric scissors, sorry. Took a hot second for that to go. And then I'm going to fray the edges. Just pulling some of the strings off. Give it a little bit of a frayed edge here. I think that'll be enough. Okay. I'm going to see how long of a strip I actually need. So I'm going to put that along the pumpkin, and I'm going to end them. Well, I could probably go all the way around with the first one. Unfortunately, as you go along, you're going to need shorter and shorter strips, and you're going to want them to end like right here in the middle. So you'll want to cut them. But for this first one, I can go all the way around. So that's what I'm going to do. I should find my fabric scissors. What happened to those now? I was finishing a project, an upholstery project. See, they're super sharp. Super duper sharp. Okay, I'm going to get you guys positioned down so you can get a better view of what I'm working on here. Now, with decoupage glue, you just want to get a good thick coat over the whole part that you're doing here. I'm going to get a good start. Right there. Now, if you want to, and I think I'm going to, grab some pins, some safety pins, some straight pins if you have them. I keep mine in a bag, so they're super dangerous. I'm aware that this is probably not the best, but I'm just going to pin that in place while that dries. Let's put that down there because I'm going to want more. Just so it doesn't shift around while I'm pulling this up, and I just don't have enough hands to keep track of it, right? So we're going to use the pins to give us a little extra helping hand here. Nice, good, thick coat of decoupage glue. And I am going to press it down. You will have glue all over your hands when you're done with this. Just an FYI, you will not have fingerprints when you're done. This would be an opportune time to go commit a crime. I'm not advocating you commit a crime, but I'm just saying. You will not have fingerprints when you're done. Why am I gluing over there? It's not even going. Come here. Come here. Come here. You need to be over here. All right, we have our first strip on. You can see I've got a little ding in my pumpkin. Does not matter. The fabric will cover over that. And what we'll do is we're not going to, like, you know how I tucked it all in here so you do see the circle on the bottom? We are not going to tuck it in on the ding over here. So I'm going to cut some strips, and I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to work my way all the way around the pumpkin till it's done, and then we'll finish it off. Okay, so we have the main portions of it covered, but you'll see I've got still little gaps showing up. So I have ripped thinner strips, and I'm going to cover, let's see, where is it? Here. So I'm going to put the thinner strips in between and just cover up the whole thing. So in the end, we want to make sure that the entire thing is covered. If you're using paper, one of the things that I find really appealing, and I've done a bunch of these in paper in previous years, and they're all sold. So I can't show you because they're all gone, but tearing little chunks of paper instead of complete strips and filling in has made it like super chunky and pretty, and obviously people love them because they sold. But yeah, you can try that as well. With the fabric, I'm going to stay with the strips because I don't want to have too many puzzle pieces here with fabric. I want to make sure I keep an edge, like a rough edge. And if you're using smaller pieces, you have to use more glue, and then you're not going to get that ragged edge look to it. This would be really cute in burlap too. I'm thinking about ragged edge and burlap, and I'm going, that might look really cute. So you can see I'm fluffing up the edges just a little bit on that fabric. Maybe you can't right here. So I'm fluffing up and getting that ragged edge to come up a little bit. So I've put the glue mainly down the center of the strips of fabric, and then I'm leaving the edges ragged. I want ragged edges. So I will have to go back when it's all done and like pull these up and fluff them out a bit. But let's get the thin strips on and cover up the areas that are still exposed. And I've just ripped a bunch, so I'm ready to go. But these are all ragged and torn too. You can kind of see the ragged edge on them, and you can see where my fingers have started to lose prints. Told ya, I'm gonna lose fingerprints. Okay, so I decided to paint this black to go along with the theme of the pumpkin, and I think it turned out cute. I'm going to shabby up the edges just a little bit more, just because I really want this to be ragged. Really want it to be ragged. But yeah, that's a fun little DIY that you can do with all Dollar Tree stuff. I also considered doing, I have those napkins, these pumpkin napkins that I got at Dollar Tree, and they were 50 cents on clearance at Dollar Tree. But I'm like, pumpkin on pumpkin. Probably not a thing, right? So I don't know. Maybe I'll do another one, but this one less creepy, or should I just go ahead and use the other? Let's just go ahead and use the other one. If I had any bone to pick with Dollar Tree on these, it's this sticker. Holy cow, it sticks. It is a sticker worthy of the name because it stays stuck. Oh, sure. Now come off easy for this one. Never mind. I was clearly wrong again. All right. So they have the cute dancing skeletons. I thought it was cute. I think this will be a cute pumpkin. I'm going to go ahead and paint the stem of this one black too. Just because I think it looks better than the brown. Let that dry for a second, and while I do, I'm going to cut the strips for this. So satisfying. Take out all your stress on your craft projects. Seriously, your family will thank you because you'll never be angry again. Just go into your craft room and start ripping things up. Go into your craft room, start breaking glass, and then putting it back together in interesting patterns, and lots of fun stuff when you're crafting. All right, that should be enough. There should be more than enough. I've got wonderful little strips here. And I'm going to measure it out actually on this one. Because this one's dry, I'm going to measure them out here. This might be a faster, more efficient method for me to go ahead and use this as sort of like a guide. What just happened there? Well, that's a weird magic trick I didn't understand. Professional here, but I just don't get it. Okay, anyway. Oh, good God. I'm going to keep that short one on the outside because we're going to we're going to get more efficient. Now I have the starting strips and a ton left over to fill in. All right, so I went ahead and spray painted a bunch of other potion bottles too. If you haven't yet seen the potion bottles video, it's wonderful Halloween and it's literal trash to treasure. So check that one out if you get a chance. All right, I'm going to put the glue on here since my paint is still wet and I don't want to wait for it to dry because I'm lazy that way. I'm always in a hurry. I got about 18 other projects I got to get done, right? So I want to get started on this right away. And if I tried to brush it up there, the paint is up there. I do have a pin here. The pins came in handy. You know what was really great? I put pins on the bottom to keep the pumpkin off the surface. Who taught me that? Is it my sister? I don't know. Somebody once showed me that you could use pins to keep your, or like say, tacks from a pin board. But the pins worked really great on the foam to lift it up off the surface so that it didn't glue, this didn't glue itself down. Handy little tip there. So if you have straight pins on hand, you can use it to keep it from sitting on the surface and drying to your tabletop. Not that I would ever glue myself to anything. Just once. I only glued myself to the floor twice. Okay, it was twice. It was an accident both times. But you don't want your pumpkin glued down to your work surface. Yeah, it was an accident. Everybody get over it. That's what happens when you play with super glue. I was using super glue and I accidentally glued my tennis shoe to the floor. Twice. All right, I just need to pull the pins out of this one. The pins away. And then this is done as well. And again, I put the pins, can you see them? On the bottom. So that you could, it wouldn't stick to my surface here. I got to FaceTime with my daughter who's up at the lake and while I finished decoupaging. So you can, put FaceTime on and talk to your family and still craft and decoupage. It's kind of a fun project. And she was like, oh, that's cute. I like the other one better, but I like that one too. I mean, it's fun. It's a fun project you could do with family. Well, look how cute the dancing skeletons are. She likes this one better with the spider on it. I like the dancing skeleton. Let me know in the comments below which one you guys like better. But these are going to be priced up. I think probably about $8 in the shop now that they're finished. So, I mean, if you have a booth of your own and you need to add a little fall decor, you know, you can do this while you're watching your program, a movie, and it takes maybe half an hour for each one between the gluing and the pasting. And I just got all the glue off my fingers, but it's an easy, simple project, and it's all Dollar Tree materials. And if you're a crafter or a quilter of any kind and you already have a butt ton of fabrics, you can make some really cute pumpkins. Like I said, some of the other ones I did were like florals. I had some pinks and florals, and just use your imagination. You can do any color you want, any style you want, and then they're just cute on your mantle. Or if you're like me and you're going to sell them, then these are going in my booth for my Halloween display. All right. Thanks for watching, you guys. Happy junkin'. Bye.
Visit my blog, peonylanedesigns.com, for more tips, tricks, and inspiration. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon so you'll be notified of new videos. I post every week DIY tutorials and, of course, more junkin' videos.